Hi, kids. Just got back from the new Ghostbusters Afterlife. Uh, Overall, I enjoyed it. I do have some tiny issues here and there, but well, just get into it. I mean, the trailer kind of spells it out. Uh, the grandchildren of Egon, uh, that's Harold Ramis from the first movie. They discover Ghostbuster items, including the vehicle. What ends up happening is Egon alienates everybody in his life. He's ranting about the end of the world, so he moves into this small farmhouse. Uh, I forgot what state it is. I'm sorry about that, but uh, he ends up dying in the beginning of the movie. There's a body double. They don't do CGI on the face. They just uh, shadow it up, but you can tell who it is. There's kind of like a backlight and it, the hairstyle and such. Uh, and Harold Ramis does, and his character does appear late in the movie. I want to say this right away. Extremely touching tribute to Harold Ramis. Uh, Not just the character, but Harold Ramis, and of course, it's dedicated to him. We lost Harold Ramis a few years ago, which is very unfortunate. Uh, the first cameo from the first two movies is Annie Potts. She pops in. Uh, that's about it. She just pops in and out. But yeah, uh, Egon's daughter is just really in hard times. They're being evicted, and but at the same time, she finds word that her father had died, uh, and she doesn't have much love for him because she views him as abandoning her. But he has good reason, and we find out in the course of the movie what that is. Uh, and well, yeah, just going back to the previous one, uh, this that one, they did the all female team, and it. I don't believe it's because it's all female that's why it ended up not being successful. Uh, from what I could hear, the director wouldn't listen to notes, and he made the movie his way, and that was a guy, So it's not because of the women. We already know these ladies are talented, uh, but that's the all female one. This is the all kids one. The Ghostbusters essentially, by default, by accident, by discovery and action, these the kids, which includes the main one is kind of like a Egon clone, Phoebe, who is McKenna Grace, uh, and her older brother Trevor, played by Finn Wolfhard. Okay, I don't know too much about Miss Grace, but Wolfgard has. I'm not a fan of Stranger Things, but he was excellent in the It movies. Uh, the mother is played by Carrie Coon. Uh, there's a scene-stealing young man named. Uh, his character's name is Podcast because he does a podcast. His name is Logan Kim. Very very funny guy, very funny character. Uh, Having said that, this isn't just constant laughs. There's a bit of melodrama, uh, and just it takes a long time before it really does get going. The good thing about that is, uh, if we have to deal with that, is we like the characters. I mean, there's a ton of character development. Uh, I wouldn't even say too much, but um, and their situation is meticulously laid out for you. Uh, and meticulous might mean tedious to some, but I think it works just fine. I just wish some more stuff would pop up earlier in the movie. Uh, but once it gets going, it gets going. It does. It has its own identity. It doesn't have the type of structure, truthfully, than any other Ghostbusters. It's trying to do its thing, and it succeeds in that. I think it's a very good concept for a sequel. In fact, this is more of a direct sequel to the first one. Uh, it, it, all the connections go to the first one. Skips over the second one. Not like it doesn't exist. Yeah, I don't think they acknowledge anything from it, uh, but yeah, it's. I mean, let's. Well, not going to get too much into it, but uh, yeah, I enjoyed it. I ended up enjoying it. I really loved the tribute to Harold Ramis at the end. I was quite surprised when they did that, and delighted, and got choked up. Uh, it really sucks that we did lose Harold Ramis. He did such great work throughout his life. This is directed by the original director's son, Jason Reitman. Uh, it is co-written by Gil Keenan, Jason Reitman, and Dan Aykroyd. I don't know if that credit is just based on the '84 film, or if he actually does some writing. I figure he does. He is an executive producer on it. Um, but yeah, I had lots of fun with this, and this is the right way to do a sequel. Even better, in my opinion, than the second one, because the second one is almost like a replay of the first one. Uh, Still like it a lot, though. Yeah, I uh, another criticism. Uh, it's nice to see, uh, you know, Paul Rudd anytime we can, but his, I already said stuff about character development. His character isn't that well developed. He's basically a love interest uh, uh, to the mother, and he does kind of fill in the grandchildren about the history of the Ghostbusters. Uh, Phoebe does never heard of it. Her brother Trevor heard probably rumors that there was ghosts in New York during the '80s, but a lot like regular stuff. You figure a big event happened during your lifetime, and a 15-year-old kid would probably never even heard of it. Uh, that type of thing. But yeah, yeah, this this is. I don't know if they're gonna start off a new round of Ghostbusters from They probably will. This movie will probably be a hit, but it almost feels like this is just the kind of like a conclusion. Uh, I would not have any problem with Finn, McKenna, and Logan as Ghostbusters. That's only three. They probably could, add Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd, in a way, is the Rick Moranis character. you'll see what I'm talking about. Uh, Most of the effects are CGI. Uh, we have a replay of the that dog creature that was chasing Rick Moranis around, uh, and for the close-ups and such, it's actually a practical effect, which I definitely appreciate. Well, this is going longer than I was expecting, but yes, uh, this is a very satisfying Ghostbusters sequel, uh, and a nice update to it. Uh, Wish it was a little bit more funnier. Some people will think it's funnier than I am. Some people might not think it's funny at all. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters, all the new ones. Of course, the old ones, they pop in, but they're not central characters. Uh, well, that's it for now. As usual, stay safe and always have a good time. Maybe go see this movie. Bye now.